Welcome. Today we're talking with Robyn Young. She is the CEO of the Great Erie Federal Credit Union and the board chair of the New York Credit Union Association. Robyn, welcome, and thank you for joining us at Credit Union Digest.
Thank you for having me, Larry. It's a pleasure to participate.
Great. Okay, so Robyn, as the CEO of the Great Erie Federal Credit Union, what is your approach to strategic planning?
Well, I think it's very important for credit unions to embrace where we come from, but really remain focused on the future. Credit union people in general are very passionate when it comes to telling their story. You have to start somewhere, right? So credit unions, I find, have tend to lose their identities through merger or attrition of their founding members. But the ability to remain committed to your roots and focus on growth is really a key, for future success. We know that credit union people are resilient. We're hard workers. We believe in this movement. Our competitors are experiencing a lot of the same challenges that we are, but what makes us different is that we're accustomed to working cooperatively to solve problems. It really isn't just an industry. We know our business model works, and we're excited to share the benefits with others. But here at Great Erie, we really focus on the big picture. We set our goals, and they really should be reasonable for your organization, and be able to adjust as opportunities arise. Your examiners will ask for tracking on this, by the way. Being our members' trusted teachers, coming from an education-based credit union, we're able to be the financial resource for our members, showing them how to save, how to plan, how to borrow. I think one of the things that we really need to remember is how important it is to diversify our board through succession planning, and really make it a commitment to maintain that diversification, improve the understanding by understanding the markets that we serve, and really be open to new ideas. We've adopted an associate directors program with mentors, so they have an opportunity to really become familiar with the culture of our organization, and then improve the narrative to include some innovative ideas. I believe in CUNA Management School. I send employees to CUNA Management School wherever it's practical, and the return on this investment has been great. There are so many peripheral advantages, leveraging new focus groups, et cetera, and all of this can help you in your planning. We have found at Great Erie that organic growth as an organization is a perfect fit for us. We prefer organic growth, slow and steady. At Great Erie, I find that it's easier to manage by adding departments, adding staff, facilities. But we're open to the potential of merge partners. I like to learn what's working successfully in other credit unions, and obviously really focusing on new membership, growing new members, identify where our new members are going to come from, and really reach out to those consumers who still don't know what a credit union is or the benefits of becoming a member.
Great. Thank you, Robyn. All good points there. So, as you know, even with all the progress to reduce fraud, the challenges of fraud continue to increase. What is Greater Erie's approach to addressing fraud risks?
Well, the fraud is the stuff that really keeps us up at night. We have to focus on what is within our power to curtail fraud. We can't really have control over these external fraudsters, but we can get involved in what we can control within our organization. And we get involved at the legislative level to get laws changed to make merchants more accountable for protecting consumer information.
Right.
Through our New York Credit Union Association, I'm involved with our state GAC,
Mhm.
on the national level, CUNA GAC. All of these things are things that you can actively do to improve the situation. We really just have to get credit union people who are not afraid to get involved and represent our members' greatest threat, privacy and security. And I encourage others to get involved in these hikes. So our primary focus is on the factors that we can impact.
Mhm.
Constantly having daily conversations at directing staff and members about the importance of protecting financial their privacy. We invest in technology, to minimize reputation risk
Mhm.
and leverage some credible fintech solutions. They are not the big bad wolf out there. There are some solutions that can really be helpful to credit union and really just implement best practices and policies to minimize the risk in your credit union.
Great, great. Thank you, Robyn. Very, very good points. So I'm thinking that as you're describing all these things that, we often hear that the pull of the day-to-day activities draws people's attention away from the strategic plan. So how do you keep your organization focused on the right things?
I think by establishing the lines of communication within the credit union is so critical.
Mm-hmm.
Break down the barriers between the departments.
Right.
Don't get caught up in titles. Just focus on what needs to be done and empower people to make decisions.
Right.
We have to understand what each other's role entails. And really, I'm a very firm believer in a strong organizational chart. What does it look like today? What will it look like in 5 years?
Mhm.
And how can we develop it further to keep communication lines strong? I really feel that it's so important to take opportunity to groom future leaders. Each CEO has a shelf life, and frankly, I think it's a problem in our movement. People don't always know when to go home. But I like to plan for opportunities to get the board, the staff, and good credit union people around the table sharing ideas because it keeps these issues top of mind, and we're all on the same page moving forward. And I do believe that we have so many resources available to us. Here in New York, we have our New York Credit Union Association, CUNA, the NCUA website. There are training schools, some seminars, and just keeping all of these opportunities in front of everybody within the organization
Right.
really helps to drive these points home. But in the end, you have to keep it all fun, keep people engaged and keep it fun.
Great, great. Robyn, thank you so much for sharing your insights with Credit Union Digest. I see how your commitment to communication and engagement benefits the strategic plan, fraud prevention, and member services as you've commented on. So thank you.
It has been my pleasure, Larry, and I hope that some of these insights will be helpful to your readers. And I, again, appreciate the opportunity to participate.
Very good, very good. So in closing, thank you for joining Credit Union Digest. If you have additional questions for Robyn, please see the link in her bio.